What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back, everybody. Today, we got this was the funniest NBA season of all time. And don't mind the picture. Don't mind the picture. That's crazy right there. That's crazy. Anyways, I hope everybody enjoyed this video. Like, comment, subscribe, man. We on the road to 1K, but reality 300 subs. Sorry guys, I missed out throughout all 3 days or 4 days, I guess so. Basically, I was celebrating my little sister my little sister's heavenly birthday. So may her soul rest in peace. I was spending some time with family, and I didn't even get to do YouTube or anything. I just took a little day off, and now I'm back in. I'm locking in. Let's get into it.
I'm sorry, but this season was just flat out unserious.
What the hell? What?
That man put his hands on me, I would have immediately swung.
Stop the cap.
It was also just hilarious.
And then Draymond pulls the phone down.
Oh my gosh.
And downright ridiculous.
You're a big man. How you let LaMelo play you like that, yo?
Outrageous 15 seconds of commentary this league has ever seen.
What kind of call? Did he travel? They say he traveled. He just started listening to Australian.
And yet, we've only just scratched the surface of funny, absurd, and insane moments from season 2025. So over the next 25 minutes, we're going to go through each and every one of them.
He unfollowed me, and then I blocked him on my cell phone.
Why he unfollowed? Hold on.
A season rewind of sorts.
Rewind time.
He busted open the can.
Because, well, this season deserves it. We kicked off the NBA season with LeBron James shamelessly rookie hazing his own son before opening night.
Are you serious? Come on, man. Hey, clean up my driveway. It's a mess.
Damn, that's crazy. And that's your father too. That's your pops too. My pops ever do that? He doing it damn self, yo. Nah, actually, I'm just nah. Let's see where it goes. If it's extreme to the next level, then yeah.
Dude came ready to play. Alright, I promise.
1 rebound and 0 points.
In all seriousness, it was a special night as the two made history, becoming the first father-son duo to ever take the court together.
And what a celebration for the James family.
Over in Boston, Stephen A made a surprise appearance on opening night as the Celtics raised banner number 18. TNT, however, clearly weren't interested as they cut to a commercial break in the middle of the ceremony.
No way. That never happened before. This never happened before. For the first time ever, doing the NBA ceremony, while the banner is raising up to the Raptors, it got cut off right there.
The Celtics jumped the Knicks as they proved why they were indeed the defending champs. And Mikal Bridges' new jump shot looked so bad that by halftime, he was drawing comparisons to Osama bin Laden. Luka Doncic began his campaign exactly where he left off, just absolutely torching the Minnesota Timberwolves. And Giannis was just doing Giannis things. LeBron was on an insane heater against the Kings later that week and could not believe his eyes when Rui Hachimura didn't swing him the rock.
Hold on. Oh, no.
When Rui Hachimura didn't swing him the rock.
Oh, so basically he was hot. And then Rui decided to fuck everything up. I'm sorry, excuse me. He's a swing, motherfucker.
Pritchard trying to create some space.
But hands down, the funniest moment from week 1 in the NBA was when the Miami Heat revealed WayneREACTS' new statue.
Yeah. This right here is it was a meme, I ain't gonna lie. Like, that is not D Wade. Like, literally, that looked like somebody's pops right there, yo. Got gray hair. It looked like gray hair with a gray beard. And he's wearing Dwayne Wade's jersey.
Crazy, I can't believe that. Who is that guy?
And as week 1 wrapped up with plenty of laughs, week 2 brought plenty more. Nikola Jokic couldn't wait to get back on the court, while Rudy Gobert was busy making new enemies.
Oh my God, that's just disrespectful. Rudy Gobert came off the threat.
And he wasn't alone. D'Angelo Russell had already found one too. His new coach, JJ Redick. The Pistons gave the Lakers
Wait,
a
what?
reality check.
Wait. What happened?
And he wasn't alone. D'Angelo Russell had already found one too. His new coach, JJ Redick. The Pistons gave the Lakers a reality check. And John Morant once again proved that the laws of physics simply just don't apply to him.
That is filthy. That was filthy.
This dude from the Mavs somehow airballed a dunk. James Harden.
Adam Silver, that's his name, the NBA commissioner. You gotta start cracking in and looking on NBA players this next season, because these players are doing crazy shit like this. You gotta send them niggas to the G Leagues or the South Leagues or fucking the Chinese Wildcats. Whatever the other team is, you gotta send these niggas out there, because this is crazy. Going to the NBA, they supposed to be dropping 20 points or 13 or 30 points. This is not no fucking the Harlem Globetrotters.
Harden played the best defensive possession of his entire career against the Spurs. Honestly, I think this possession says more about the Spurs.
They said an entire Spurs team got locked up by James Harden.
Kevin Durant sunk the Sixers a couple of nights later. And then, in a remarkable turn of events, old pals Joel Embiid and Bradley Beal decided to lace them up for a 1v1 post-game.
NBA hospital
And
duel.
the Raptors honoured Vince Carter in week 2, placing his jersey in the rafters.
That was the best. I feel like they should have deserved to give Vince Carter his flowers last year, because even though he retired, I think it was 2 years ago he retired, and all of a sudden they ain't did no special ceremony for Vince Carter for what he done, for what he brings to the league. The thing about that, they said that he got his jersey retired with the Raptors. His jersey is retired with the Brooklyn Nets because he played for New Jersey. Imagine it was in New Jersey, that would be crazy. But what happened in Dallas? Wait. I'm not bespoken that. Wait, I know I'm not smacked, but did they win the championship when they was on the Mavericks, or did he join after they won? I'm not sure. I'm just speaking. I'm just saying, if that's in case, he could have got his jersey retired with the Mavericks at least in one. No, actually no, 2011. No, I think he did. Oh, okay. He didn't. Okay.
And of course, it wouldn't be an iconic Vince Carter.
Fix my
moment
correct,
if he
though.
didn't give us another generational man. Week 3 in the NBA was absolutely wild. The Knicks faced off against the Sixers in the NBA Cup, and Joel Embiid was absolutely off with the Knicks faced off against the Sixers in the
Embiid, you scratching your ass, bro? Embiid, you was scratching your ass?
NBA Cup.
And you snap. Oh my god.
Joel Embiid was absolutely off with the fairies. Perhaps that had something to do with Karl Anthony Towns throwing haymakers earlier in the game. Anyway, LaMelo Ball got Eric Collins on his feet for the first time this season. Jalen Green finally got his revenge on Cade Cunningham. I wonder how long he was waiting for that moment. Giannis was goofing around mid-game with Jaylen Brown, but Jaylen Brown just wasn't feeling it, like, at all.
Giannis is a child.
Well, he said I was a child.
And of course, Klay Thompson returned to the Bay Area for the first time in Dallas colours. was he fired up.
Thompson a three, another one. Clay knocks in two from deep in a row.
Steph had the last laugh, and maybe a message for Clay as well.
He said, "You better stay here."
Speaking of teams facing their old teams, Mikal Bridges finally redeemed himself in week 4 with this game-winning block against the Nets.
Mikal Bridges with a huge defensive play in his first game against the Nets.
Brandon Podziemski pulled off one of the most insane passes I've seen, and Anthony Edwards caught his first body of the year. Buddy Hield couldn't believe he got called for this foul against the Grizzlies, and Doc Rivers could not believe his eyes when Giannis was called for this foul against the Hornets.
We've got a foul!
Heck, even Eric Collins knew that wasn't.
Oh, somebody calling me. Sorry guys, my girlfriend just called me, so let's back in.
Foul. In all seriousness, the Bucks were struggling big time. I wonder why.
Dumb and
LeBron,
Dumber?
on the other hand, was thanking his.
Wait, who?
I wonder
What? Doc Rivers and Darvin Ham? They try to say they're like the worst head coach and assistant head coach.
why. LeBron, on the other hand, was thanking his lucky stars as rookie Dalton Kennett absolutely lit up the Utah.
I'm gonna say it like this, man. I seen this game. Dalton Kennett had a one game good performance. It always gotta be the NBA. It always gotta be the NBA. Like no undrafted league, whatever you call it. You know what I'm saying? Got the best performance against the wackest teams, but if they played against the good tier teams, they will never average a freaking 30-point or a fucking 40-point game. They will average like 20, 10, or 15. Let's be honest.
Cold game on the Toronto Raptors. Duncan Robinson got rejected by the rim, and Russell Westbrook
Oh my
got
God.
probably the softest technical foul I have ever seen in my entire life.
He just stared at him.
Week 5 with, well,
If you look younger,
He said got the softest technical fuck.
If you've never broken a
He
single
just stared
bone,
at him.
I don't even really know how to describe this. I really don't know how to describe what went
Damn.
on in this play either. Sort of like a block pass. Meanwhile, the Washington Wizards completed no-win November. The Nuggets took a trip to LA. Nikola Jokic almost pulled off this insane full-court shot.
Imagine if he made that.
Sure the fans at Crypto.com Arena heard what he had to say. And over in Houston,
He said,
Van
"Boom,
Vliet
bitch."
made sure the officiating crew heard what he had to say, proving once again that he does absolutely not give a single. After 5 weeks of NBA action, the Thunder sat atop the West, closely followed by Houston and Golden State. Over in the East, it was the Cavs who led all comers. Jokic was off to a flyer, as per, and claimed top spot in the MVP race, while TikToker Jared McCain was also off to a flyer in the Rookie of the Year race. I'll be honest, week 6 in the NBA was boring, so we didn't even worry about it.
He said, "It's fucking more."
And it started in San Francisco when Draymond Green saw his arch nemesis Rudy Gobert guarding him at the top of the key and told everyone to evacuate the premises. Grady Dick tried to go up.
What type of fuck? Yo, Draymond, what the fuck was that?
Nemesis Rudy Gobert guarding him at the top of the key and told
This nigga trying to be Allen Iverson, bro. What the fuck? You a big man. Why the frig you? Nah, yo, that's his op, yo. I'm telling you, Rudy Gobert is Draymond Green's op, yo. I'm telling you. Always gotta be a rivalry between those two, man.
everyone
What's the
to
gender?
evacuate the premises. Grady Dick tried to go upstairs, but failed miserably.
Don't do that.
That's me. You're probably
Grady
wondering
did-
how I ended up in this situation.
Who named you, man? I'm sorry. Dick of Grady or Grady Dick? Who named? I feel sad. I feel sad for you. I can't bully this kid, man. Like literally, like Grady Dick is a. It's like a you. I'm not a bully, but there's people out there will bully this dude. Like literally will torment his name. Like yo, they gonna say what's your mom name? No, actually, you know what? You know what I'm gonna say, but I don't like bullies, but this is crazy. Grady Dick is crazy.
Duncan Robinson had what could only be described as
Oh, I'm sorry for pausing.
decided to double team.
That's the reason why he went to
Trader
Golden State.
wide open with the game
Because
on
shit
the
like
line.
this.
I'm not really sure what he thought was going to happen there. Anyway, over in Boston, Ja Morant had TD Garden oohing and ahhing.
John Moran got to go to a different team, man. Grizzlies is not it. I'm gonna be honest.
Started to find their groove after 7 weeks of NBA action. I'll tell you who hadn't found their groove yet, though. The Sacramento Kings, who sat in 12th place, and coach Mike Brown had simply had enough.
After possession, after possession.
And that's why he got released.
After possession, 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 after possession.
You guys got what I'm saying.
Rudy Gobert must have been recovering from getting torched by Draymond Green in week 7, because just a week later, this man literally looked like he forgot how to play basketball.
Gobert was running. Another alley-oop missed. Gobert missed it at the rim again.
That was all in one game. I'm dead serious. The Warriors lost to the Rockets in the NBA Cup, and Draymond Green had words for...
You Eiffel Tower, tall, fucking Slenderman. Damn. Rudy Gobert was the all. You rather just stick to defense than fucking making buckets, yo. Stick to blocking shots and getting rebounds instead of shooting them shit. Because, quite frankly, that's tough, yo.
referee Tony Brothers. Speaking of Draymond, Jordan Poole crossed Peyton Pritchard over in Washington, but just decided to stand there and admire his work instead of shooting the ball. And Darvin Ham became a 2-time NBA Cup champion. Also, Doc Rivers has a throat guy.
Throat guy called me and said it's time for evaluation.
You're the throat guy?
The throw guy. Hey, yo.
This is one of the most egregious
Hey, yo.
throws I've seen in recent history.
Oh, yeah.
In fact,
That's a flop. I remember this shit, too.
when the ref
Nigga came back and he just pressed that nigga. He's like, yo, you a bitch, yo. That's it. That ain't no flop.
This dude from the Orlando Magic started waving goodbye to Kristaps Porzingis, only to realize that
He was ejected.
ejected. Over in New Orleans, a towel kid from the Pelicans somehow managed to get a technical foul
Towel
for
boy
lighting
got
the floor,
teed up.
and Brandon Pozemski got a technical foul for telling the referee that there was beer on the court. Just a diabolical week of
Beer?
refereeing. But we're not going to get caught up in all that, because it was time to celebrate Christmas in week 10.
Tune it up, KD.
LeBron and Steph were having some fun in San Francisco. Joel Embiid, on the other hand, wasn't having a lot of fun. He slipped and injured himself during warm-ups in Boston.
Bro.
Gobert continued to raise questions as to why he is actually...
Bro.
Wemby waltzed into New York City, lighting up the Knicks for 42...
Go play soccer, my guy.
42 for Wemby.
This right there was the highlight of Christmas, bro. I don't give a fuck about the Warriors and Lakers shit. This right here is the highlight of the century. Victor Wembanyama with 40, I think he had 40-something points. And then guess what? Mikal Bridges with 40-something points. So basically, this is one of the best highlight games. Like, you can't tell me something. You cannot tell me nothing. Watching the Lakers and the Warriors, I feel like watching the Lakers and the Warriors, the first time there was rivalry, it was good because LeBron and Curry. But it started to get outdated now. I'm going to be honest. It's not the same. Before it was back in the day, but now we gotta find something different, man. We gotta watch something different. Cause right now I ain't gonna watch the same exact game after game after game and just see, oh, LeBron and Curry. LeBron is gonna win. Curry's gonna win. LeBron's gonna win next game. Curry's gonna win next. No. It's getting old, my God.
Unfortunately, though, it wasn't enough to get the Spurs over the line, as the Knicks prevailed thanks to a couple of hustle plays.
And they
from
won
Josh
too.
Hart.
That's crazy.
The week continued with Jaden Ivey hitting this insane 4-point play for the win. Tyler Hero also hit a game winner on the Magic, then got suplexed by Amir Thompson a couple of days later. James Harden had the ball in his hands with the game on the line in New Orleans and got absolutely clamped by DeJounte Murray. But at least he tried to make up for it by hustling back on defense. Now talk about unserious. I want you to have a look at this clip and just try and explain to me what you think happened in the comments below. because I'm still trying to work it out. 2025, it was the new year, and we kicked it off with the return of Kawhi Leonard, who had some interesting words to describe his comeback post-game.
I was able to throw some paint on a canvas tonight.
The defending champs faced off
Paint
against
on a
the Thunder
canvas?
in a
What?
highly anticipated matchup. And Shai Gilgeous-Alexander had the last laugh.
Yeah, I'm pretty good at basketball.
Wemby was playing chess with the Chicago Bulls mascot and got dunked on by Kobe White. After 11 weeks of NBA action, OKC had well and truly pulled away from everyone in the West, and so had the Cavs in the East. SGA made a major leap in the MVP race, claiming top spot over Jokic, while number 2 pick Alexander Sarr claimed top spot in the Rookie of the Year race. On a serious note though, it was an emotional start to the year for the city of Los Angeles, as they battled severe wildfires, and unfortunately cost Lakers coach JJ Redick his house.
Memories, certain things that were in that house that you can't replace.
But in a great show of
Damn, man.
sportsmanship,
I'm gonna take a 5-second time to send my loving, heartwell condolences and prayers to people who lost their lives or lost every single house or everything that what happened in the LA. Man, my deep gratitude goes up straight to y'all. My everything, my love, my condolences, my gratitude, and also my heart, my love. You know what I'm saying? I love LA, and I ain't gonna lie, that was like my first place to go, not to just enjoy. I want to visit and just go straight to the Lakers game. That's like the first ever what's on my mind was to go straight to LA. But damn, man.
Wemby and CP4 met with JJ's.
Oh, that's so nice of them.
A reminder that some things are bigger than basketball.
So it's
Yep.
a great gesture from JJ's former teammate Chris Paul and Victor Wembanyama.
Anthony Edwards finally found his groove in week 12. A reminder that if you see number 5 coming down the lane, probably just get out of his way.
Just electrified the crowd.
But he wasn't done there. He led up the Wizards for 41 points just a few days later.
41 points.
Paolo Banchero sent Paul George back to his podcast studio. Jordan Poole dressed up as Dumbledore. And man, was it an amazing week for LeVar Ball. Not only was Melo balling, not only was Lonzo back dunking, but LiAngelo Ball dropped a legit banger.
That was...
Come on.
That is crazy. It's back in business with the Ball brothers. But I'm gonna say, I would have given the biggest props to the Pops. And they say he lost a leg, like they amputated his leg. And the thing about that, no one keeps them like grinding. I'm telling you, I never thought of seeing things. I saw when Lonzo Ball was when he first debuted. He was better on the Pelicans. I'm gonna be honest. I feel like I like the Pelicans Lonzo Ball, because Lonzo Ball in the Pelicans is not impactful what it was when he first started as a Laker or even he was in Chicago. But I feel like I could give him that. He came back and he still got a long way. So we never know, but probably. But Jello, he got talent. I'm telling you. I feel like every time he always gets scrubbed from the NBA, that he was in the NBA, but they just kicked him out. He just say, "Yo, that nigga trash." Went to the G League. I feel like basketball, I feel like NBA just gave up on him. He's like, you know what? NBA is trash. Find another talent. And then he just made music. And that swerve, the tweaker, that shit's a banger. I feel like it's platinum now. I feel like that shit is platinum. Damn, it came a long way.
Now, week 13, like week 6, was pretty uneventful, but week 14, on the other hand, was very eventful. Sydney Sweeney pulled up to Brooklyn to watch the Nets and Knicks battle it out, and Jalen Brunson was in his bag. The Celtics faced off against the Lakers, and Kristaps Porzingis made a business decision when he saw LeBron bleeping James flying down the lane. Kyrie Irving caught this poor kid square in the face
Oh,
with an
damn.
pass. Anthony Edwards let down this ABC commentator.
Here's Ant-Man on the fly. Get your cameras ready. He smoked the layup, though.
And Nikola Jokic made an insane full court shot. But there was nothing, literally nothing, that could have prepared us for week 15. Because on a random Saturday night, the entire NBA world stopped and said in unison, is Nico Harrison on drugs?
I'm trying to get no copyright. Now that's crazy. Like it was sad, like literally. I remember that day too, man. My phone was blowing up. Actually, it wasn't blowing. I'm gonna be honest. My phone wasn't blowing up. I just went on Twitter because I was watching videos on Twitter. The guy who I forgot his name. His name is Shamar, something like this. Shamems, whatever his name is. He used to update on NBA players and their agents and trading, I guess. And it just popped up right there. It says Luka got traded to the Lakers for Anthony Davis and Max Christie. I was like, what the fuck? I didn't have no. I'm gonna be honest. I had no reaction. I was like froze. Like I was like on my phone like this. Ran to my pops. I told him about what happened. We was stunned too. I was like, yo, that's crazy. I told my brother, my older brother, about it. We all was stunned. Like, Nico did some crazy shit to ruin the Lakers dynasty. How the frick they got a casket?
Laced them up for the first time in a Dallas uniform and actually looked pretty good.
Yeah, that's crazy. And he got hurt. That's crazy. Like you just got in the game for a few seconds and then you just got hurt. Oh yeah, Butler went to the Warriors. Andrew Wiggins.
And a man who, quite frankly, revived his career with the organization. But enough of that search, because the Hornets and Spurs gave us an absolute classic in Week 16. Wemby was being Wemby.
He didn't jump. He didn't jump.
And Miles Bridges called game. Bol had the Phoenix crowd.
Ooh, that's fancy.
Behind the back pass. And
He better make it.
Words for Dylan Brooks after going for 40 against the Rockets. Week 17, and it was time for All-Star Weekend. Now, while everybody tends to hate on the All-Star game, the actual weekend itself did bring a lot of funny moments. I mean, Chris Paul shamelessly cheating in the skills challenge has to be up there.
Only Chris Paul will try some shit like that.
On national television that the 500 Warriors are going to win a championship this season.
We are going to win the championship.
I got Draymond on the telecast, guaranteeing him winning the championship.
Nikola Jokic greeting LeBron James, rather interestingly.
You just pat him on his. Oh no.
And of course, we stopped.
Oh my gosh.
Ernie, Shaq, Chuck, and Kenny for one final time.
Yeah, that's crazy.
The mere thought of playing Nikola Jokic kept JJ Redick up for 2 nights straight. But all that preparation must have paid off because Luka and LeBron took them to the cleans, and Snoop Dogg was loving it. I think Mike Malone probably misses coaching against Darvin Ham.
It's like shit. I don't know. Catch him.
Crucified Darvin Ham in this video. I do apologise. Anyway, the new look Mavs faced off against the new look Warriors in San Francisco, and it was a bloodbath. Poor Klay Thompson. Podcast P was caught daydreaming as the Nets beat the Sixers at the buzzer. And over in Boston, Josh Hart put on a performance any Hollywood actor would.
Nah, y'all got. I'm gonna be. I fuck with Josh Hart, bro. I'm sorry. I'm eating this sour Warhead can. I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, yo, you gotta try these shits, yo. I'm telling you guys, you gotta try these shits right now. My tongue is so numb. It's like I feel like I'm bleeding. It's just, pause. But these are actually good though. I ain't gonna lie. But Josh Hart, yo, I fuck with you, man. But you gotta stop doing these types of shit like this, cause this is not cool, bro. This is not cool.
As the Knicks once again fell to the Celtics. Week 19 and Torian Prince's controller died on the first play of their game against the Hawks. Luka Doncic faced off against his Mavs for the first time as a Laker, and it's fair to say that man wanted a piece of Nico Harrison.
He should stare at Nico.
His sixth 40-point game of the season with a signature performance against the Suns.
Raising up, Butter, Anthony Edwards in full effect.
This man just turns into an absolute demon every time he faces Kevin Durant. Performances. Steph Curry dropped 56 points on the Orlando Magic. Now you can flame me all you want in the comments, but Steph Curry is in the GOAT conversation because week 20 and it was more Curry magic. I mean, just look at this.
How the fuck he made that, yo?
What did he just do?
Kawhi Leonard was giving Philly fans flashbacks. Dyson Daniels snatched victory from the jaws of defeat. And after 20 weeks of NBA action, Zion Williamson.
Oh my gosh, yo. Just. Oh my God. What's wrong with my Wi-Fi? My Wi-Fi was perfectly good. Oh my gosh. My Wi-Fi is good. Like literally, my Wi-Fi is actually good. It doesn't make no sense that like like it's got a fucking buff right in the middle of my freaking project.
Finally showed up.
Oh, now you want
Kevin
fucking
Durant
work
and
now.
coach Mike Budenholzer clearly weren't on the same. Daniels snatched
Sorry
victory
guys,
from the jaws of
my Wi-Fi is acting so stupid, yo.
And after 20 weeks of NBA action, Zion Williamson
Damn!
showed up to work. Kevin Durant and coach Mike Budenholzer clearly weren't on the same page against the Nuggets, and neither was the Suns' defense.
Damn!
Nikola Jokic recorded the first 30-20-20 game in NBA history.
Say that again.
Yes, you heard that right. Nikola Jokic dropped 32 points, 21 rebounds, and 22 assists. But perhaps what's even more absurd than that stat line was Stephen A. Smith going on national television literally straight after the game, declaring that Shai Gilgeous-Alexander was without a doubt the MVP.
Oh damn! Oh look. Oh, he walked off. Damn, he dropped him. You see that? Tim Hardaway Jr., where you going?
I'm disgusted by the way the game was officiated.
Jordan Poole and the Wizards did something productive for the first time this season, upsetting the Nuggets in Denver. And Russell Westbrook called game on the Lakers for a second time this season. Mikal Bridges finally got a double bang out of Mike Brant. And Tyrese Halliburton sank Giannis and the Bucks with this insane 4-point play. After 21 weeks, it was pretty clear no one was catching either OKC or the Cavs in their respective conferences. Jokic had wrestled momentum back off Shaq, and Spurs rookie Stephon Castle jumped to top spot in the Rookie of the Year race. The Bucks took a trip to LA in week 22. This dude could have had an open layup on the first possession of the game, but forgot which way his team was going. Giannis carried this ball all the way back to Athens, Greece, and Darvin Ham finally got his revenge on the Lakers. Draymond Green was hustling for that Defensive Player of the Year award. Ben Simmons was back and balling.
Oh.
Cameron
Yo.
Payne got a second violation with no one in his vicinity. And Cade Cunningham had Detroit turned up.
Oh yeah, I seen that.
Introducing
My son Cade Cunningham, yo. Even though I was talking shit about him, but at least yo, he made it to the playoffs though.
Stephen A. Smith and LeBron James. In fact, you know what? This situation needs an in-depth explanation. So picture this. The Lakers are set to face the Indiana Pacers in a regular season game on Thursday.
He was talking about his son.
Now, LeBron, who has been beefing with Stephen A. for weeks at this point about this, that, and the other, decides that upon arriving in Indiana, why not take a 2-hour detour and give an exclusive interview with Stephen A.'s biggest rival at ESPN, Pat McAfee.
He's gonna be smiling from ear to ear when he hears me talking about it. He's gonna get home and grab some ice cream out of the freezer and sit in his chair and his tiny whiteies on the couch.
Now, it's probably not news to anyone, but Stephen A. Smith is a confident individual, maybe a little too confident, because after hearing what LeBron had said about him on the this man spat out one of the most diabolical sentences I have ever heard come out of the sports atmosphere.
That man put his hands on me, I would have immediately swung.
Yo, you think Stephen A. Smith is like that?
Social media was going crazy, and let's be honest, Stephen A. was probably sitting on his couch in his tidy whities getting ready for a generational hate watch, which, by the way, was going pretty damn well, almost too well, until it wasn't.
Here he goes, all the way, scores! Is another Bron two-pointer. LeBron turning, double digits.
And then it got even worse.
He tipped it in.
And then it got really, really bad.
He said, "Womp, womp, womp."
That wasn't all that happened in week 23. We also witnessed an all-out brawl between the Pistons and the Timberwolves. We witnessed one of the worst corner 3 attempts this game has ever
Oh my god. Bench that dude, bro.
Possibly one of the worst offensive possessions this game has ever seen. And while the week started well for LeBron, it didn't end as well for LeBron, as he gave the ball to Josh Giddey, up 2 points with 6 seconds remaining. And while he probably thought he'd got away with one thanks to this late bucket from Austin Reeves, he hadn't.
2 seconds left. Giddey for the win.
Anthony Edwards continued to rain down terror on the National Basketball Association in week 24.
Edwards got it off in time. Cash money.
Ja Morant
What happened? Let me see what he did.
in week 24.
Edwards got it
Oh yeah. Shot over 2 people, bro.
Ja Morant also continued to rain down terror on the National Basketball Association. But to be fair, the man was playing great as well.
wins it for Memphis.
Take me through what you saw on that final possession.
A pigeon guard me. Don't get a bucket, win the game.
A pigeon guard me.
For the Nuggets against the Timberwolves.
Ja Morant's stupid, yo.
let's just say social media let him know about it. This Atlanta Hawks fan tore an ACL while competing in a halftime challenge. Dylan Brooks continued to do what he does best. And the Chicago Bulls, along with the Houston Rockets, put on just an atrocious display of NBA basketball. So did the Lakers in week 25.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I think that was the day that Luka returned to Dallas. They just throwing the hell out of They just trolling the hell out of Dallas.
I saw the Harlem Globetrotters.
What was happening there?
I have no idea.
Continued to take the mickey in Oklahoma City a few days later.
It's turned over. It's turned over.
Now, John Morant must have been pissed that Adam Silver fined him for his gun gesture in week 24, because this man not only upgraded to a machine gun in week 25, he started throwing grenades into the crowd as well. And while the last week of the season was the shortest of them all, it certainly didn't lack substance. Emotions were running high as Luka returned to Dallas for the first time as a Laker. But with that said, I think he's probably getting used to playing with LeBron. Giannis blocked his former teammate Malik Beasley, and as if that wasn't already disrespectful enough, he
This
then
dance.
did the shimmy.
Damn. Yeah, that's disrespectful. That's your fallen colleague. I would never do that if that would have been my friend. I would never do that.
Remaining in the NBA season, all eyes were on the Golden State Warriors and the LA Clippers, who were fighting for the last remaining guaranteed playoff seed in the Western Conference. Win you're in, lose you're out. It doesn't get much simpler than that. And with the Warriors down 3, with the game on the line, with their season on the line, with the greatest shooter in the history of life on 36 points, Steve Kerr drew up a play for Buddy Hield.
They supposed to give it to the Curry, yo. Why they give it to Buddy Hield, yo? Buddy Hield is not Curry, bro.
Shout out to you for making it to the end of this video.
Hey, man, I hope everybody enjoyed this video. Comment below which video y'all want me to react to. Shit is funny as fuck, bro.